Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to Straight Talk TV. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for me, y'all. Tap that little bell notification icon so you get notified with the latest content, updates, and information from me, Straight Talk TV. Yeah. And click that little bell icon, tap all so you get notified with the latest content, updates, and information from me. Y'all, we got a story, and it's something that a lot of us might be familiar with. In these YouTube streets, we've seen and heard a lot of people claim and say that they are Geechee in reference to Gullah Geechee and the Gullah Geechee people. Well, not one time have we heard any of these people who claim to be Gullah Geechee speak out, advocate, or even bring attention to this situation that's going on right now for the real Gullah Geechees. For real. Y'all gotta check this out. We gonna check this out.
Dispute over legacy and land. That's happening right now on Hilton Island in South Carolina.
Land.
Head Island, South Carolina. 93-year-old Josephine Wright is at the center of a lawsuit that's picked up attention nationwide. As development goes up around her home, she is literally in the middle of what developers hope could be a new home community. But for Wright, it's so much more. CNN's Diane Gallagher reports.
We are connected to this land. Our blood runs through these trees.
No matter what, we will keep this land. So this land's gonna be here with us if it's gonna be another 200 years. That's the way we look at it.
But not everyone has that same view. The serene marsh and sandy beaches of Hilton Head Island have been home to the Gullah Geechee community since before America became America. But today, community members say development threatens those families who still call it home.
Did y'all hear that? This land on that island has been home to the Gullah Geechees since before some parts of America has been America. Gullah Geechees have been there. Now they trying to take the land from Gullah Geechees. It ain't none of the Gullah Geechee people that profess to be Gullah Geechee on this app is speaking about it or bringing attention to or awareness to or nothing. Where you at, Gullah Geechees? We gonna need y'all to stand up.
Why should we give up such a precious gift that God has given us?
Don't give it up.
Josephine Wright has lived in this house on Hilton Head Island for 30 years. But she says her family's home has been on this land since the Civil War, purchased by freedmen and passed down for generations. Her husband, a Gullah descendant, wanted to be sure to keep the land in the family after his passing.
I feel so much pride and comfort in knowing that this is where I will be for the rest of my life.
But the 93-year-old great-great-grandmother has felt little comfort here over the past few months.
This is when we start hearing the trees say boom, boom.
Yeah,
Wright
coming
is being
in, cutting the
sued by a
trees
company
down,
with plans to build
trying to
147 three-story townhomes along this Jonesville Road community.
Apartments and stuff.
Gullah Geechee neighborhood.
Our blood, sweat, and tears are in this land. My ancestors are buried here, down at the end of the road.
Today, construction is closing in around Wright's modest home.
Has the developer at any point come to you to speak face-to-face about this?
No, I've never spoken to any one of them. They have never knocked on my door.
She says about 5 years ago, a woman did ask her about selling the land to an interested anonymous buyer for $39,000.
And I said, you insulted my intelligence. And would you give them that message?
She says her first communication with the company, Bailey Point Investment LLC, was being served legal notice, which alleges a satellite dish, a shed, and a portion of Wright's screened-in back porch are sitting outside of her property line, encroaching on theirs, according to their land survey.
Wow.
The lawsuit seeks removal, plus just an adequate compensation for its loss of the use and enjoyment of their property and expenses related to delays in development.
Bailey Point says that the
That
corner,
little corner is on their property.
so the issue is that corner.
Yes.
Wright has filed a countersuit alleging Bailey Point and their affiliates are using harassment and intimidation tactics
Yeah, they trying to
pressure her
intimidate
off
this
the
woman.
land. Now, Bailey Point has filed a response denying any harassment, as well as any previous offers to purchase her land. She has received an outpouring of support and donations, even from celebrities like Tyler Perry, Snoop Dogg, Fantasia, and NBA player Kyrie Irving.
Salute
The
to
town
all
of
of
Hilton
them.
had just announced it is pausing all construction in line with their town code, refusing to issue Bailey Point building permits until the lawsuits are resolved. But Josephine Wright isn't alone in her fight.
She speaks to the Gullah culture and the Gullah desire to fight back.
Luana Graves Sellers runs a nonprofit called the Low Country Gullah Foundation, focused on helping prevent
Now,
land
where y'all
loss in
at,
the Gullah
Gullah
Geechee
Geechees?
community. Her nonprofit estimates that since
Where
Hilton
y'all
Head
at?
Island became a vacation destination after a mainland bridge was built in the 1950s, the Gullah Geechee have lost nearly 2/3 of their acreage, mostly due to rising property taxes and problems with something called
Y'all
heirs
get
property.
over.
How
Did y'all hear
pervasive is
that?
that on the
Did y'all hear that? 2/3 of Gullah Geechee property is already gone. Now, I ain't the brightest light bulb in the pack. I ain't professing to be. I don't directly think I am. But I am smart enough to realize that 2/3 is majority. So it's safer to say that the majority of Gullah Geechee property is gone. Now we've all heard these wannabe famous YouTubers get up here talking about, excuse my French, no disrespect to the real Gullah Geechees, but we've all heard these YouTubers get up here talking about, I'm a Geechee nigga, I'm a dog nigga, I'm a Geechee nigga, Geechee this, Geechee that. Well, where you at right now helping the real Geechee people? Because clearly the Geechee people is under attack by industrialization and corporatization. For real. I mean, they clearly need some help battling these big old giant business entities. Just saying, Geechee niggas.
this island now?
It's pervasive here, but it's pervasive throughout the South. And unfortunately, heirs property is the primary way that Black people in America are losing their land.
Heirs property is a type of land ownership where a single property may be inherited by multiple members of a family for generations after the original owner passes away. But there's often a lack of clear legal documentation, making families vulnerable to land loss when there are disagreements within the family over selling. In some of these cases here, the land is being purchased by developers.
Just look at this. This is one of the most peaceful areas.
And lost by the Gullah Geechee. But in the case of Josephine Wright, she's standing firm on her ground.
Well, let me put it to you this way. I've never backed down on anything that
Don't
was
back
right.
down now, ma'am. Don't back
Now,
down
on the
now,
past couple
ma'am.
months leading up to this week, CNN has repeatedly reached out to Bailey Point Investment and really anyone that we could find associated with the project. A named developer did respond, telling us that they're not the developer of the, a named organizer did respond, telling us they're not the developer of the project, but rather an investment company that financed the deal. But look, we've reached out to lawyers for Bailey Point. We've reached out to the architect,
Nobody wants
even
to
the
take
engineer
ownership
for the
of
proposed
trying to
subdivision.
take this
None have
historical
responded.
land.
Meanwhile, Josephine Wright says that she plans to continue this fight. She wants her 40 grandchildren, 50 great-grandchildren, and
Now, my question is this, right? Why isn't this land designated as some type of historical, you know what I'm saying, land, some type of historical, marker? And why hasn't it been done way before now? Back before 2/3 of the land was already taken. Do y'all realize that they got historical landmarkers all around this country for other stuff? But the Gullah Geechee people hasn't been deemed worthy yet to have their historical land designated as a historical marker. I just feel like that, all of these, Gullah Geechee niggas on here, on this app that's, professing to be Geechee, y'all need to be talking about this. Y'all need to be concerned about this. Instead of speaking on what everybody else should be doing. Because we see y'all. We see it. So, like, I hate to say it, but it's a lot of fake Geechees out here. Meanwhile, the real Geechees is under attack. The real Geechee people is under attack. They've already had 2/3 of their historical land stolen from them. It means it ain't that much left. And they trying to get that too. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand and bring attention to today with this. I just seen this. This is new. This is happening now. This ain't something that was, years ago or something. Like, this is happening now. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just something to think about, y'all. For real. Y'all hit that comment section down below. Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. And if you haven't already, do me a big solid. Hit that subscribe button for me, y'all. Tap that little bell notification icon. Just get notified with the latest content, updates, and information from me, Straight Talk TV. Yeah. Click that little bell, tap all, so you get notified the next time we give y'all an update. And appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll catch y'all on the next go round. I'm out.